This story was wild. Like, I was like, I can't believe somebody actually did this. And I can't believe it ended up in a good way. Like I was like, there's so many different ways that this story could have turned out and not in a good way. But somehow, through some sort of divine intervention or whatever you want to call it, it ended up a really good story. Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today for this highlight video of the Good News Infinite Hope live stream I do every Friday. Please be sure to smash the like, hit the subscribe button if you're new here, and share the video. Thank you so much. We're gonna start the show with an amazing boy who did an amazing thing. He saved people. This kid is an actual hero. Because we always talk about not all heroes wear capes. This kid is definitely a hero. 11-year-old boy saves 2 lives in one day. Not one, but 2 lives. An 11-year-old boy in Muskogee, Oklahoma, helped save the lives of 2 people in one day. There he is. What a lovely young man. We're going to watch this video.
Muskogee Public Schools says an 11-year-old student helped to save 2 people in one day.
This is such a great story. They say Davion Johnson did the Heimlich maneuver on another student who was choking last week. And that same day after school, he saw a house fire and he ran over to help a woman who was using a walker get out of the home.
And I thought, oh, she's not moving fast enough. So I ran across the street and and helped her to her truck.
Here we go. This is the story of this very cool guy who happened to be in the right place at the right time. It says, Ohio Good Samaritan answers woman's call for help at a grocery store, subdues suspect. He's my hero. Deshaun Presley subdued purse snatcher at a Kroger in Lemon Township, receives a Citizens Award.
This never went unnoticed. In our country right now, things are kind of tough. And when somebody jumps in and helps somebody that's in the store shopping for groceries, probably on a certain amount of money, and is no more than 45 years old?
Yes.
80 what? 80? Next month, you got her purse back. Yes, sir. And this low life piece of, we won't say because she's not old enough to hear it, stole her purse and took off running like a coward.
He was naughty.
Like a coward. That he is.
This story about a teacher doing what she can for the kids. Teacher raises $106,000 and spends it all on food to ensure students don't go hungry during Christmas break. This is just hero's work right here. Let's have a listen to her story.
A food raiser before, back when she was raising a few $100s to help a few students who may go hungry over the holiday break. Well, the need has gotten no smaller, but the giving has only gotten larger. That's how she was able to walk into this Durham Costco and rack up that $100,000 bill for these children.
So we start fundraising usually about the week or 2 before Thanksgiving.
10 days before Christmas, and Turquoise Lejeune Parker may be the happiest elf in Durham. The Lakewood Elementary School teacher just pulled off her biggest food raiser yet for her neediest students.
Look at all that food.
$106,000.
Amazing. Speechless. It leaves me speechless. I've cried a little bit today. A little bit every day.
Their tears of joy. Her ever-growing list of donors and community partners forked over $106,000 for this year's food raiser. All those zeros on the receipt at the North Point Drive Costco, and all the food Parker was able to buy there, now heading home with over 5,100 students from a dozen DPS schools whose families could go hungry over the holiday break.
2 weeks is a long time to be out of school without lunch or breakfast at school.
It's true.
3 meals, children eat a lot, food is expensive.
98% of them receive free or reduced lunch at school. For many, it's their only meals. This year's food raiser with its $106,000 haul, the biggest one yet. but we said the same thing 3 years ago.
2018, when we did $7,000, and for the first time we fed the whole school, that really hit a lot of people differently because they were able to see that there is need.
Next story. Speaking of giving money, this story was wild. Like, I was like, I can't believe somebody actually did this. And I can't believe it ended up like in a good way. Like I was like, there's so many different ways that this story could have turned out and not in a good way. But somehow, through some sort of divine intervention or whatever you want to call it, it ended up a really good story. Someone put $180,000 in a cardboard box and sent it to a college professor. A college physics professor opened a battered cardboard box that had been sitting in the mailroom for months. Inside the box, he found a letter and $180,000 in cash. Dr. Vinod Menon is a physics professor and chairman of the physics department at the City College of New York, CCNY. When he returned to teaching in person this semester, he found a heavy cardboard box the size of a toaster. It was addressed to the chairman of the physics department. The package was postmarked November 10th, 2020, so it had been sitting unopened for more than 9 months. First in the campus mailroom and then in the physics office. I cannot believe no one opened it and just left it there. Okay, next story. Okay, here's another story about acts of kindness that people are doing to help the less fortunate, because that's what Christmas is all about. Acts of kindness. Company spends Christmas assembling 150 bikes for kids.
Sponsored by Rife's Home
This is a
Furniture
cool
and Mattress.
story.
Transportation to and from school, it's a big issue for a lot of families. That's where McKinney-Vento can help. It's a program in every school district in the nation, providing services to children experiencing homelessness, ensuring that they have access to education through transportation and other essential needs. And local waste management company Sanapack is supporting their mission by providing transportation to kids in the Springfield School District.
We drive up and down every neighborhood, and our drivers know a lot of the kids and wave to them, and we're proud to serve, and we're so happy to support the city of Springfield and others that have given us so much.
For the past decade,
Aww.
Sanapack has been giving back to kids in need in our community by fundraising and purchasing bikes.
We raise it through...
Look, it's like Santa's workshop of bikes.
As well as our employees, we make donations as well. So this year we raised $11,000. Yeah, so it allowed us to buy 150 bikes this year.
150 bikes, which Sanapack workers and their families built during their annual Christmas party.
We're hoping at least 3. We've heard it goes really fast. We got to kind of compete with the mechanics in here.
It's all about and their families.
They're like elves.
Committed to our community all year round, and this is just a testament to that. I mean, I don't really have a lot to say for myself, other than they're super devoted to it, and it's a privilege to work with them.
The bikes are then delivered to the Springfield School District, who distribute them to families who qualify for the McKinney-Vento program.
I think it's going to mean so much to them because, like I said, a lot of these students don't have access to bikes in other ways, and bikes are such an integral part of a lot of kids' childhood.
A childhood staple that also requires safety, like helmets, which Springfield's Safe Routes to School is providing.
Oh, that's good.
Ensuring every kid has an opportunity to education.
On behalf of KMTR and Rife's Home Furniture, we'd like to recognize Sanapack's acts of kindness and support their mission by also giving 2 bikes towards Safe Routes to School.
Oh.
We would also like to donate $500 to Safe Routes to School for you as well.
Thank you. That is amazing.
Yay, good humans.
Now, on top of providing bikes to kids in need, McKinney-Vento works to connect families with resources in the area, including basic needs like food and clothing. You can learn more about their program on our website.
All right, next story. Here we go. Talking about the Christmas spirit. This is full of Christmas spirit. Christmas-loving mom transforms her home into a real-life gingerbread house. How cool is this? I want a house like this.
Look at these gumdrops. Stop it.
Oh, look at the little gumdrops. It's so cute. I love this
Gumballs
house.
are shiny.
There's her husband building
Hands
it.
up for a minute. Looking so cute.
So nice. So much work. And then there's snow. Look how everything changes when there's snow. I love that. Such a drastic change. Like it's like all the frost. It just looks so cool. And then they turn the lights on. That's dope, man. I love this. Let's fast forward a little bit. This is like walking up to the house. Crunch, crunch on the ice. This is awesome. I love when people get into the Christmas spirit. Okay, last story before we get to some of these animal stories. Or animal videos is this one here, which I thought was really funny. Ho ho no! I thought my toddler would love Santa, but he sent a secret message saying he was terrified while he sat on his lap. A mom who thought her toddler loved meeting a mall Santa discovered he was signaling for help after looking at a snap of his encounter. Carrie Spencer had taught her kid to baby sign before they could speak so they could communicate while they were infants. So here he is, he's making this face like, what the F am I doing here? Someone send help. I don't want to be here, is the look that he's giving. Like, I don't want to be here, send help. Once again, I'd like to thank you for joining me for this highlight video of the Good News Infinite Hope live stream. Please be sure to smash the like, hit the subscribe button if you're new here, and share the video so we can get more people involved in the positivity. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye!